This time on Cooper's Corner on the Road, we are headed to the ghost town of Bannack, Montana. We walk the abandoned streets of this famous gold rush town, where echoes of the past linger in the dusty air. We'll explore weathered wooden buildings that whisper stories of fortune seekers, outlaws, and pioneers who once carved out a life in this rugged land. And then we step inside the iconic Bannack Courthouse, later transformed into stately Hotel Meade, and feel the weight of history in every creaking floorboard. Each room holds a story, some of justice, others of mystery. It's more than a visit, it's a journey back in time. So come along with us on this adventure, and if you enjoy this episode, be sure to like, comment, and share it with your family and friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you'll get a reminder every time we publish a new episode, which is always on Fridays.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning!
Today is Friday, August 1st.
Woo! We are done with July.
Yes, we are.
We are on our way to some exciting ghost towns. We just pulled out of Great Falls, which about an hour and a half ago. So we're out of the plains and we are back in the mountains.
We've seen some gorgeous land, I'll tell you. We pulled over to one side and saw this canyon. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was a canyon that actually, Lewis and Clark, they had to go through that. And they had to endure a little bit of prickly pear and a lot of mosquitoes. They weren't very happy campers. But you know, they made it through.
1805. So last night was a kind of an exciting night for us. So one of the things that both Sherry and I love is lightning and thunder and storms, and we like to watch lightning and hear the thunder. And so we've been hoping that we would get to experience that a little bit, and
Yeah.
we haven't really. I mean, we've had some lightning and thunder. That boondocking was pretty cool, but it was off in the distance. So last night at our campground, a massive thunderhead came in. In fact, the National Weather said that it was extreme thunderstorm warnings, hail up to a size of golf balls. The wind started, the lightning was striking all over the place. It was pretty touch and go for a little while.
It was, but it was great.
Yeah, it was both nervous because we were, pretty much exposed, but it was also just the power of nature. I mean, that's just an amazing thing.
Wonderful.
But anyways, we're headed. We'll see you down the road. Man, it's going to get exciting now because we're going to be visiting 4 ghost towns, 4 western mining towns that are just rated as one of the best in America. So we're excited to see that. We're also gonna go to Lewis and Clark Caverns, which is a very, very large cavern that is just south of Helena, south of the 90. One of the best caves in this area, and so we're gonna take a 2-hour trip through that cave in a couple days. So that's gonna be really cool. But we'll see you down the road, and man. The Coopers are cranking it in Montana.
We're excited.
All right, see you down the road.
See ya.
Bannack is located in Beaverhead County, Montana, on Grasshopper Creek, approximately 11 miles upstream from the confluence of the Beaverhead River, south of Dillon. Today, Bannack is preserved as a National Historic Landmark and is managed by the state of Montana as Bannack State Park. Founded in 1862 and named after the local Bannack Native American tribe, Bannack became the site of a significant gold discovery that same year. The discovery led to a gold rush that transformed the area into a booming mining town. In 1864, Bannack briefly served as the capital of the Montana Territory before the capital was moved to Virginia City, Montana. At its peak, Bannack had a population of around 10,000, and it was a bustling frontier town. It boasted 3 hotels, 3 bakeries, 3 blacksmith shops, 2 stables, 2 meat markets, a grocery store, a restaurant, a brewery, a billiard hall, and 4 saloons.
As we walk along the dusty streets of Bannack, we can only imagine what life was like during the town's heyday. The only sounds that greet us now are the soft whisper of wind through the sagebrush and the occasional chirping of birds hidden in the trees. There is a strange, solemn peace here, a stillness that time seems to have forgotten. If only the weathered walls of these old buildings could speak, oh, the stories they could tell. Tells of gold and glory, tells of desperation and ruin. Dreamers came seeking fortune. Some found it, others stole it, men killed for it, men died for it. In its early days, Bannack was a town where law was little more than a rumor, a lawless frontier where the strong preyed upon the weak. But out of this chaos, the people took justice into their own hands. From this rough soil, the Montana vigilantes were born. Whether their actions were right or wrong, they brought order to Bannack, an order forged not by law books, but by rope and resolve.
Bannack was founded by a group of Pikes Peakers, prospectors who had come north from the goldfields of Colorado. They set up camp alongside the banks of a small stream infested with grasshoppers in what is now southwestern Montana. There they discovered gold in the creek and quickly staked their claims, renaming the stream Grasshopper Creek. Like many prospectors before them, they tried to keep their discovery a secret. And like all such secrets in the gold rush era, word quickly got out. By fall of 1862, the settlement had grown to around 400 people, many of whom were unprepared for the unforgiving mountain winter.
One of the first and most important buildings in Bannack, the assay office, analyzed mineral specimens brought in by miners for its gold and silver content. Bannack's gold was unique. While most gold is 80% to 95% pure, some of Bannack's gold assayed 99.5% as pure as refined gold.
This building, in addition to being used as a drugstore, it was also in various times used as a general store, an assay office, and was used as a school for a time when the regular school was in disrepair.
Welcome to the Hotel Mead, one of Bannack's most iconic and mysterious landmarks. This grand red brick building has stood here since 1875, witnessing justice, prosperity, decay, highs and lows throughout its history. The building you see before you wasn't always a hotel. It was originally built in 1875 as the first permanent Beaverhead County courthouse. Bannack at that time was still a booming gold town, proud to call itself the capital of Montana Territory, if only briefly. But by 1881, Bannack's golden age was fading. The county seat was moved to the rising railroad town of Dillon, and this grand structure was left vacant, its courtrooms silent. Then came John Mead. Around 1890, he purchased this empty shell for $1,250 and began transforming it into Bannack's most elegant hotel. He added a kitchen, dining room, parlors, and sleeping quarters. In a town of cabins and tents, the Hotel Mead was luxury. Now part of Bannack State Park, the Hotel Mead stands as a preserved relic of frontier justice, prosperity, and decline. Each year during Bannack Days, the hotel's dining room once again echoes with voices from the past as volunteers serve breakfast to visitors, bringing history back to life.
Bannack is a time capsule, frozen in time. A place where you can step back and begin to truly understand the past. This rare jewel, preserved by the great state of Montana, stands as a powerful tribute to the history that helped shape our great nation. What's truly remarkable about Bannack isn't just the buildings or the stories, as incredible as they are, but it's about the solitude. As you walk the empty streets and explore the weathered remains of this once thriving town, you'll feel a deep connection to the spirit of the Old West. It's peaceful, it's haunting, and it's unforgettable. We can read the history books and study every record written in ink, but we will never truly know the full story of those who lived, who loved, struggled, and dreamed in Bannack. The people who once called this town home are all gone now. Only traces of their lives remain. Their legacy lingers in the creaking floorboards, the worn doorways, and the silent streets. But even these buildings, standing against time, have their days numbered also. One day, they too will vanish, and with them, the last echoes of a time long past. Next time on Cooper's Corner, we continue our journey through the ghost town of Bannack, Montana, Part 2. This time, we'll dive into the darker side of Bannack's history, the rise of the Montana vigilantes and the men they sent to the gallows. We'll explore Bannack Jail and visit the infamous city gallows, where Sheriff Plummer and 22 others met their end at the hands of the vigilantes. We'll tell the chilling tale of Sheriff Henry Plummer, a man said to be a lawman by day and a ruthless leader of criminal gangs by night. So you don't want to miss next week's Cooper's Corner on the Road. The scripture of the week comes from James chapter 4, verses 13 and 14. Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go into such and such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit. Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Cooper's Corner on the Road. And we invite you to like, comment, share, and subscribe as we put out a video each and every week. May God bless you and keep you this upcoming week. And it is our prayer that you will make Christ the center of everything that you do this week. God bless.